cold game. First round draft pick.
Welcome to another episode of Cold Game. I'm your host, Isaiah Dotson. I'm here with my co-host, Malcolm Bennell. If you haven't already, make sure you like our Facebook page, Cold Game Sports. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube Cold Game Podcast. And make sure you add us on our other platforms, Instagram, Cold Game Sports Network, and then also on TikTok, Cold Game Sports Network.
Please follow us on all social media sites, Cold Game Sports Network. Follow us on Facebook, Cold Game Sports Network. Subscribe to the YouTube Cold Game Podcast. We almost to 100 subscribers. Let's run it all the way up.
All right, cuz let's get straight into it, man. First thing off the rip, Pacers versus Bucks. I'm coming in y'all colors. I'm what they call that? I'm coming in the Bucks colors. I'm coming in the building so I can snap. And then secretly, as the Pacers run up that score, because that's what we got to do, cuz we really got to run up that score. First two games, you know, at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That's going to be the key, cuz. And I look at it like this. Okay, Giannis may be the best player in the series. We know that. We not going to say he's not. He is. So how we cancel out Giannis is going to take two of ours. We're going to cancel him out with Tyrese and Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
That's our best two players, right?
Yep.
You know, I think it's going to take them two to cancel out one of Giannis. Okay, then what? Then what? Dame is out off the rip. Dame got blood clots in his leg. He's not even showing up to the game first off the rip. So we got to come out and make a statement. Miles Turner, you have to step up. It's going to be your time. Really, you got to win that battle against Brook Lopez because Brook Lopez is a dog. He like to pull it from deep, you know, but then it's also going to be about the rotational pieces too, cuz we got to make sure automatic mathematics is at his playing his best. He has to outplay the likes of Bobby Portis, Kyle Kuzma. We need our role players to come playing their best because the Bucks have role players as well. We just have to play better. Man, what's your thoughts about this game, cuz? What you looking forward to?
Shoot, it's gonna be a good series. You know, I know I've been kind of taking shots at the Bucks all year, but it's definitely gonna be a good series, man. I mean, Giannis is, you know, somebody said when he's healthy, when he's 100%, he's a top 3 player in the league. I mean, he's unstoppable, he's unguardable. So, but my thing is, I think we know how to counteract that. I think Rick Carlisle needs to turn the whole Bucks team into shooters. You know, they're gonna have to shoot their way out of Indiana. So, they better come with them clips fully loaded. So, because the Pacers, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it up on offense. You know, we're gonna try to score 125 points every night. That should be the goal. You know, y'all gonna have to keep up with that. You know, pack the paint, let Miles just sit down there in that paint. You know, say don't let nothing easy get to that rim. I had some historical facts. So this is the 4th meeting of the Pacers and the Bucks in the playoffs. And the Pacers have won the last 3 series, so they're 10-4 all time against the Bucks in the playoffs. So, I mean, if history repeats itself, then the Pacers will have had this series. I'm gonna say it again. Without Dame, I don't know if it even matters with Dame. I think the Pacers in 6. So.
Pacers in 6, but we gotta come out and take this first one off the rip. We gotta set the tone. We probably gonna get their best shot this first game. We know what Giannis is gonna do. Giannis is gonna apply pressure at that rim. I used to say it all the time. We have nobody on our team who can guard Giannis. There's really nobody in the league who can guard Giannis. We have to understand that. But what we do have a rim protector. We need Miles Turner to be at his utmost rim protective ways. And we need everybody to play physical with Giannis. Turn him into a shooter, like Cuz said. Make him shoot that ball. I wouldn't even guard him. I would keep at least 3 feet from him. Turn him into a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Make him shoot. If he shoots 10 threes, that's what we want. We want him shooting 10 plus threes. We do not want him going full steam ahead to that bucket because that's where he thrives. So limit Giannis, Dame is gonna feel that pressure. They're gonna be crying for him to come back around game 2, game 3, game 4. We should be up on them after that first 2-0. We got to get ahead 2-0. And then all the pressure is on them. They gonna feel like they have to win, but let's win this game 1 first. Game 1 Saturday, 1:00. We got the first game of the day, huh, cuz?
First game of the day, 1 p.m.
Let's get it popping, man. We'll be. Go ahead, cuz.
This is my thing. So, who's running point for the Bucks? Because if they ain't gonna be out there game 1, you know, I mean, I look up and down their roster. I mean, who they gonna put out there at the 1?
That's a good question.
Because, you know, yes, nobody can stop Giannis, but in my opinion, nobody can stop Halliburton. You know, so and I think Halliburton's offensive game is a little bit more skilled than Giannis. I ain't gonna say Giannis, he's better than Giannis, but his offensive game is more skilled. So if you don't have who are they gonna put on Halliburton? You know, I think it's just I think the Pacers are just a bad matchup for the Bucks. That's how I'm gonna say, especially with Dame out there, because at least with Dame out there, he can keep you in the game with the shooting. But you know, we'll see how the Bucks transition defense looks like. But I don't see the Bucks being that deep.
And then also another aspect is gonna come down to is coaching. We need Carlisle to be at his most strategic ways. That BS he did during the regular season when he had Tyrese on that bench doing that last, we don't need that at all. If Tyrese ain't in the game, call a timeout. I don't care what he been doing all game. Timeout, get our best player. That defense, offense, no. Tyrese stays on the floor. Play defense, offense with somebody else. Mm-hmm. Never take Tyrese out the game. He's a 6'6" point guard. If anything, he's going to affect the shot. Do not take him out the game whatsoever. He stays on the floor. We need Carlisle to coach this team and don't coach them to win. Do not coach them to fail. Do not coach scary, because we have an experienced coach on the other sideline as well. Doc Rivers. Darvin Ham, he's undefeated in the Cup tournament. You know, he's 2-0 in that Cup. You feel me? But that's about it, man. They got experience, but I feel like our coaching staff is better. We got Carlisle. You know, he knows what this means to the city of Indianapolis. He knows what playoff basketball means to the state of Indiana. He knows this. So have these guys ready to play. I'm looking forward to a great series, guys. To a great series.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna get into some college basketball now. If y'all don't know, portal season is in full effect. The transfer portal window is open for another 4 days, I believe. So far, Indiana has done their thing. This past week, we've really picked up our portal additions, and I was never worried to begin with. As soon as Coach DeVries was coming in, off the rip, understand we got Tucker coming in. So we got a top 10 portal addition just from that. Tucker's really like that. Lil Luka, that's Cuz called. He's really like that. So with Tucker, we already got one in the fold, a known killer. And then after Tucker, the next commitment, Connor Enright, he played with Tucker over at Drake. He played last year at DePaul, but he played with Tucker over at Drake. They won a conference tournament title together. They won a conference regular season championship together. He was the starting point over there. So they have chemistry. We have a point guard, a veteran point guard who's going to come in and compete for that starting position, who has chemistry with the coach. He has chemistry with the former player in Tucker, and he's going to be ready to compete. Our next addition from that was Reed Bailey, a forward from Davidson. He averaged about 18, 19 over there at Davidson. First team all conference. Really a dog over there. So we got a forward with some point guard skills because he can not only can he score, but he can also pass, which I think is a crucial element for big man to be able to pass. And then the next addition after Reed Bailey was probably our biggest splash to date, Lamar Wilkerson. Because we was going at it with Kentucky. It was Kentucky fans on X, on social media, on these message boards. They really thought they had Lamar Wilkerson in a bag. We hosted him on a visit on Saturday, and he had a great time. Saturday night, we took him to Kilroy's. Anybody from Nap, anybody from Indiana, they know you go to Kilroy's on a Saturday night, it's lit. We had him in Kilroy's. The next day, Sunday, he goes down to Kentucky. You know what they had him doing, cuz?
What's that?
They took him to a visit to Keeneyland. Keeneyland, you ask? Keeneyland is a horse track farm. They took him to some horse race. And he was walking around with the rich old people, you know, and they had him in a winter circle taking pictures with the horse. And they was like, oh, he's having a great time. Oh, next thing you know, he cancels his Auburn visit. Pictures is coming out with him holding a horse. Kentucky fans like, oh, we got him wrapped up. It's a done deal. The momentum, he's going to Kentucky. What they didn't know is DeVries had something up his sleeve. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
The DeVries had something up his sleeve.
Straight up.
What he did that Monday morning, because Lamar Wilkerson, he might have been feeling a love from Kentucky, but what did the coach DeVries do? He hopped in that jet, flew straight down to wherever Lamar Wilkerson was at, saw him face to face, up that cheese. Hey, I don't know what they told you, but we're going to put an extra little some of this on top of it. And we really need you, bro. We really need you to bring that 20 points per game. We really need you to bring that 47% from the field. We really need you to bring that 45% from three-pointer. We really need that over here. We need you. Came down there and put that heavy pitch on them. Next thing you know, boom! Lamar Wilkerson's committed to Indiana. Shitting on Kentucky's all hopes and dreams. They say, oh, this is our last piece. This is the last piece. This is all we need. No, sir. That's our piece. That's our guy. Y'all don't want him. Y'all don't need him like we do. So we got the job done. And as soon as he commits, cuz, what happens? Once it rains, it pours.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, we got another commit coming in. Josiah Miles, North Florida, 6'6" wing. Third team all son. Bang! Commits to Indiana. Killer. Next thing you know after him, Tate Conneray. Sun Belt Player of the Year. Sun Belt Tournament MVP. Bam! Starting point guard commits. Come on, cuz we on a roll. What can they say now? Now we need is a couple big men, a couple more pieces, and IU's back, baby. We back. What you think about that, cuz?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It seems like DeVries is what he's doing, man. He's just trying to get some shooters out there, man. Because I like like you said, the addition of Lamar Wilkerson. Like he's him shooting 45% from three. I haven't done my research on him as much yet, but yeah, I like that addition. Of course, Tucker, you already know he's a killer. He shoots like 47% from three. And then Reed Bailey was another one that you said, 6'10", power forward center out of Davidson. He's gonna be able to stretch that floor, but I do think we need to find a footer out there, man. You got to have a footer just on the bench somewhere, because it's not like just watching that NCAA tournament and seeing Florida out there and, you know, them footers running around. I know we're going to stretch the floor out, man, but even if you got to get a footer and put him on the bench, you know, you just got to have him on the roster.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know what's funny about that, cuz that's why I said that today. Florida, they had one true footer out there. I don't know. I think it was Incagwe, black dude.
Mm-hmm.
But even though the white dudes, they 6'11", 6'10",
right,
and they crashing that glass hard. They got them out there, you know. But do you look at a team like Houston? Houston didn't have no footers out there.
Nah.
I think Jawan Roberts and Tugler was their biggest dudes. Tugler only about 6'9". Jawan Roberts about 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
I know they a different breed of athlete, you know, but they wasn't, you know, they wasn't the footers, you know. So you find the right dog to plug in there, that'll complete. But we do need footers, like you said, cuz we need a big body to come in there. And there's some out there, but supposedly there are players in that portal that haven't yet entered the portal. There's players on the team that we trying to come on. All you gotta do is enter. It is good players still out there. Desmond Briscoe still uncommitted. We seen what he did at Addicts. Even though I don't believe he would come to IU and be a contributor right away, he does have dog pedigree in him. He does have Tugler pedigree in him, so to speak. Where he's an undersized, big, being 6'8", 6'9". So he's not a footer, but what he is going to do is bring that rebounding, bring that blocking. He got long arms. I think we can take a flyer on him.
Yeah.
You know, but we do need a legit dog in there. No matter, I don't care really, because I don't care what's the size. We need a legit dog. Because Tugler's a legit dog from Houston.
Yeah, for sure. And he's coming back.
And he's coming back. He ain't number 6'9", but he's a pure dog down there. You know, so we just need somebody who's gonna come down there ready to fight, ready to get them rebounds, and at least another 2 of them, because we need some depth. You know, Florida was bringing them off the bench in succession. You couldn't keep up. They got so many. So we need at least another like 2, 3. Because that Big Ten, you gotta look. If you take a look around, it's big boys in that conference. You gotta look at Illinois. They just signed they signed a big boy from Arkansas, big white dude from Sylvania. If you look at Michigan, they just signed a big boy from UCLA. He's 7'3". You look at Purdue, they got Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's 6'9", but they also got the guy Clough that just signed. He's 6'11". So it's big boys around in the conference. So we got to make sure that we come prepared and keep prepping. So far so good. A couple more pieces, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from IU. You know what else been on my mind, cuz I've been thinking about?
What's that?
This draft coming up. I think about a week away from round 1. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Colts do, but some other storylines I'm interested in. They got Shedeur sliding so much. I don't understand why they got Shedeur sliding, but they say a quarterback who takes a lot of sacks in college is bound to take a lot of sacks in the NFL. Do you believe in that idea?
Yeah. I mean, but shoot, he did a lot more than take a lot of sacks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude threw for 5,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think that's just out here saying don't nobody really know what's going on. I mean, the people in the GMs and the presidents and the owners, they know what they're doing. So it's just all talk. I mean, it's almost one like they had the whole city hyped up a couple years ago talking about some the Colts going Will Levis. We knew we wasn't getting Will Levis. Like, you know what I'm saying? So somebody's pushing that narrative. How Shedeur Sanders will drop. He might not be a top, 10 pick, but he's definitely going first round. I seen Ryan Clark on his show today, and he made a good point that said, if certain teams pass up on him, like if New York pass up on him, Cleveland, whoever, they said the Steelers need to go ahead and trade up. I think that'd be a perfect fit. I think that'd be a perfect fit for Shedeur, But I said this too, man. I want it's bittersweet seeing the Colts, but if Ballard don't get together. When Mike Tomlin ready to retire, we need to go ahead and hire him as our GM. Let Mike Tomlin run the show around here.
Right. I would like to see Mike Tomlin. I like him to see. I let him be coach / GM.
Right. Yeah.
Give him all the keys. But I like that fit for Shedeur. See him go to Pittsburgh. Oh, that'd be
sweet.
That'd be a nice.
George Pickens and DK Metcalf. You already got 2 big targets out there, So.
And he's tough too. He has that Roethlisberger in his game. Roethlisberger wasn't the fastest guy, but he needed to get a couple yards, man. It was hard to bring him down, and he would get those couple yards. I can see Shedeur being something similar. Like when it's time to get yards, he's gonna get yards. He may not be a scrambler like Lamar but
Yeah.
he gets yards.
All right, same with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not the, just the shiftiest man, but he, I think he's definitely more, athletic than Roethlisberger. But he gonna get his yards too.
How you feel about Colorado retiring his jersey? That number 2 is up in the rafters now.
Got to. You got to. I mean, it's only right. I know Deion had to think about that. Deion made that happen, but it's only right, man. It's only right.
I see a lot of former alum of Colorado. They're expressing their frustration because they like, oh, this guy did this and this guy did that, and they never ain't retired. And I like how Deion responded to it. He said, "Listen, I can't go back and say what everybody's done, and then I'll miss out on somebody. Now somebody, y'all be mad at me." He said, "I gotta be a steward over what God gave me right now."
Mm-hmm.
So he got to be a steward over the program he has right now. And when players are doing great things like Shador is doing, because he did break multiple records, even though his combined record was only 13-12, even though they never won a bowl game, even though they never won a conference championship, he really changed that program around completely.
Mm-hmm.
He did. Oh, yeah. It's like tell me, is this a fair comparison or not? But it's like you asking Philly, should they retire AI jersey? He never won a championship, but look at the impact he had on the city. Look at the impact he had on the game in general. I think Shador's had a similar impact on Boulder, Colorado. I think he's had a similar impact on college football because college football was lit when Shador was in Boulder.
Definitely put him on the map.
Put him on a map. They took college football to another level. So anything other than that, I would say is hate. Deion said that the only reason why he's getting that hate is because of the name that's on the back of his jersey, Sanders. But I think it's not the hate, it's people, they want to know why. Is that the reason why that he's getting his jersey number retired, because of the name on the back of his jersey? And I think the answer to that question is no. I think it's impact, records broken, and Coach Prime is being the steward over the program he has right now. He can't speak for the coaches before him. He's a coach now, and it's time to retire their jerseys off the rip. Hey, hey, it's what it is.
It's what it is. Yeah. Definitely, there's no question. There's no question about Travis Hunter. You see, they ain't even bring his name up in those arguments, so he definitely needs his jersey retired. But Shador is very much deserving too. Somebody had to throw it to Travis, so
All right. If y'all haven't, make sure that y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure y'all like our Facebook page, Cold Game Sports. It'll really help our channel grow. We love doing this. This is what we do. Y'all know we doing this every single day. So make sure y'all tap in with us. And as always, everything we say is Cold Game.
Cold Game.
Cold game. First round draft pick.